Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I'm here with an unboxing from Diamood, a relatively newer small shop in the diamond painting world. This artwork really caught my eye because it's adorable and has one of my favorite things, which is a dragon. It's actually just called The Dog and the Dragon and is by the artist ShayndlArt. And so we're going to take a look at this today. I'm going to hopefully get to tell you a little bit more about this small shop, and I've unboxed them a couple of times on my channel before. I'll have those unboxings linked below if you're interested, but for now we're going to be taking a look specifically at this kit. So it's going to be 50 by 60 centimeters or 19.6 by 23.6 inches, and then we have some of the features of the kit here on the front. They are located in Spain, and so that's why you'll see it being in both English and Spanish, and it does ship pretty quickly once it actually does ship out. It tends to arrive. I live in the States and came pretty quickly. So a really quick note that they are working on making some updates and upgrades to their kits. I got this kit back in November or December, so it's been a few months. And so just keep in mind, there are some ways that they're going to be making their kits a little bit more eco-friendly, even more than they already really try to have their kits be. So keep that in mind. I'll have a kit that's one of their newer releases to share with you in the coming weeks once those pre-orders arrive, and I'll have that to share with you. So let's go ahead and take this out. By the way, if you're looking at shopping from this company and you want to save a little bit of money, I do have a 15% off discount code for your first purchase from this shop. It's just my name, Katie, K-A-T-I-E, and the number 1515. It is technically an affiliate code, so I may make a small commission if you choose to use it. Thanks in advance if you do, but no pressure. There's some other discount codes floating around out there, and I think they may run sales from time to time, so maybe just see if there's a way to take advantage of that if you're able to. But anyway, thanks if you do use mine, but no pressure. Okay, so let me roll this backwards so we can see the image a little bit more easily. Oh my gosh, even upside down, that's adorable. So cute. Now, I remember when I talked to a friend about this artwork, this image, and they mentioned that they thought this artwork might actually be a specific reference to something from a Brandon Sanderson book. Now, I admit, Brandon Sanderson's books have been on my TBR for way too long, so I don't know specifically what this is referencing, but any Sanderson fans, I hope that this makes you smile. I just thought it was adorable because it's a dragon and a dog. So what I'm doing right now, by the way, is I'm just helping this lay a little bit more flat and getting rid of the what looks like wrinkles. They're not wrinkles, it's just where the plastic cover shifted when it was wrapped around the diamonds and stuff. So by peeling it halfway back each direction, it just helps it lay flat, and just there we can see the artwork a little bit more easily. Let me show you what was included. So there is a basic toolkit with these older kits, but they are moving away from including these toolkits and having a separate add-on that you can do, which I unboxed that recently on my channel. But like I said, since this was an older kit, and I don't know if you order, depending on when you ordered from them, you may get this or it might have switched over. I would just make sure you're reading the listing details really carefully so that you know exactly what you're getting. But anyway, this particular kit did come with a pretty extensive toolkit here. There's lots of bags to store your diamonds in, and these are the ones that have the like white bar on them that's really easy to write on with Sharpie. And then their basic toolkit does have quite a lot to it. Really everything you need to get your diamond painting, done. So we have a basic pen with a couple of squishies on it. There's a multi-placer already on the one end, and they do include one of the thinner plastic multi-placers, which is actually, this is the type of multi-placer I prefer if I'm using plastic. We have some pink wax and a little caddy here. Just a quick FYI that there is a plastic film on the tops of these that you'll want to peel back before you try to load up your pen. And then we have some tweezers. They're pretty sharp, so do keep that cover on for sure. And then we have a basic white tray. We have some washi tape. I'll have a video linked below where I explain how, where, why you can use washi tape with diamond painting. And this is actually a cover minder. There's magnets on the back. You can use this to hold back the plastic cover while you're diamond painting, and it also just looks really cute. So that is their toolkit, at least as it stands with these particular kits. And then they give you, like, this is the most release paper I feel like I've ever seen included with a diamond painting kit. So this is release paper that what you can do is you can use this if in place of the plastic cover. If you're not a fan of the plastic cover, you can put this on the glue instead. There's several sheets here. It looks like, you know, there's 10, 15 maybe. So lots of release paper you can use if you would like to. Some people just really don't care for the plastic cover itself, so you have that as an option. We also have a set of pre-cut sticker labels. Ooh, look at all these shades of warm browns and golds. So 35 colors in total in this project. The code you see in the right-hand column is the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like in cross stitch. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system. Like a lot of diamond painting companies, this shop does put their special drills at the end. It looks like we have a couple of ABs and maybe is that a glimmer drill? We'll look at those when we're looking at the diamonds in just a little bit. Here's the original artwork. I'm probably going to cut this out and put this in my paper logbook once I go to start working on the kit. And they do go ahead and give you some how-tos down here. And they have an app, which I have not downloaded the app to check it out yet. I'll have to do that because I'm really curious, but there is that. And I'll also have some beginner videos linked in the description box of this video if you would like to just see some demos of things like basics on how to diamond paint, how to section off a canvas with washi tape, things like that. You'll see those linked below. I'm going to take you on a little tour of the features of the canvas. So here's Diamood's branding. The canvas is this like pretty, like it looks glittery. There you can see the lights grabbing it. We have these scalloped and poked edges, and so fraying shouldn't be an issue. This is the short lint, soft lint canvas that you see with a lot of diamond painting companies. No complaints about it. It tends to hold drills pretty well. I call this a thick plastic cover. And that's some pretty sticky poured glue as well. Then we have a legend at the top left. They even separate out the special drills. And you'll find the same legend over here at the bottom right. At the bottom left, here's the title and the artist's name. We have the size, and they link to the artist's Instagram as well. And I love, love, love that Diamood is one of those shops that legally licenses their artwork. What this means is that ShayndlArt has given permission for the use of their artwork by Diamood and is being compensated for it as well. This is the case with all of the pieces on Diamood's shop. So, crafting happiness. And then show your progress, and here's their socials. Let's take a look up close. This kit definitely looks like it has been hand charted or at least hand touched up. What that means is that I think a human being has really spent some time going in and trying to get the details on this a little bit more clear than it would be if it was just dumped into a computer program. So looking up close, there is some color blocking in the background. Color blocking is where you have like this symbol here, a lot of the same color in a small area like this. You can grab a multi-placer and zip right through areas like that. You'll also have that color in your tray for longer, which helps. There is some confetti in the details, like, oh my gosh, look at this adorable dog's face. I had a golden retriever growing up, so this is just precious and tugging at my heartstrings. There's some areas in here, some of these little details that you could call confetti. Maybe a little bit in the dragon, not as much though. Some of this looks like literal confetti. Some of the shading up here is maybe a good example. So more color changes, a little bit more single placing and changing out the color in your tray a bit more often. But no, overall this does have a good amount of color blocking to it. So that is promising. And the clarity on it, just how well you can make out the image just from the printing on the canvas is really promising for how it's gonna look with drills down. So, oh my gosh, this is gonna make me wanna actually read the Brandon Sanderson books and finally take them off my TBR and on my actual like reading list. I've been in a reading slump for way too long. So that would be really fun though to be working on this while at the same time listening to whatever book this is maybe inspired by. Okay, so we are true to size. We're at about 50 by 60 centimeters. I give companies like a centimeter or two of wiggle room, and this was within like half a centimeter each direction. I'm gonna call it true to size. I think we're good. So this looks really, really wonderful at first glance. I just am really impressed, like I said, by the clarity of the printing. In terms of like, I feel like I can already make out so well the details of the image that I'm really hoping that means that it's going to translate really well in diamond painting form. So Let's take a look at these diamonds. There's a unit number on here that matches up with, I think, the unit number on the canvas. Yeah, down here at the bottom. Just in case you store them separate, but otherwise, yeah, I'm just going to keep them stored in that tube. That tube is actually really good for storage and for shipping. It gives plenty of protection to the kits and just keeps it all contained really well. Okay. So we'll see how many of these are attached. These are some long strands of diamonds, lots of shades of brown and yellows and oranges and golds. Let's take a look up close. It looks like these are, yeah, in DMC order. So we have the DMC code printed on here and just going right down the line. This kit has square diamonds. We'll save the special drills to look at last. This kit has square diamonds, and I haven't completed a kit from this shop yet. It's on my to-do list and my plans and goals for this year, actually. But I feel like I have probably worked on kits from the same manufacturer, or a really similar one, because I feel like I recognize the drill packaging. That said, I feel like I can see that these drills, I think they're going to be really nice quality. They do look like resin squares, and resin squares do tend to be more consistent in size and shape. Why this matters in particular with square drills is because square drills sit up right next to each other on the canvas. There's not really any room for if there's little tabs sticking off the side, or if, you know, some drills are larger or smaller than the others. So with resin, that is typically less of an issue, and they are going to sit really neatly on next to each other. So yeah, these resin squares look really, really, really nice in quality. So cautiously optimistic. We have lots of, I assume this is that background color we just have oodles of, 939. It's a nice dark blue color. I wasn't sure if that would be 939 or 310. Just glancing at the legend, I don't see any 310 in this kit. That's the code for just black. But there is a lot of this 939 really dark blue color that makes up the background. So there's all of our diamonds, with the exception of, last but not least, we have our special drills. Let me zoom you in to give you a slightly better look. So we have two ABs. This is our first AB. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. I see a little straggler drill in there too. Aurora Borealis diamonds are named after the northern lights and have an iridescent coating on the top. You can see they're very, very, very sparkly. It kind of throws off some, not just the base color of the diamond, but almost like, yeah, an iridescent effect, really. It's going to kind of grab some of the colors of the diamonds around it and is really going to draw your eye to the areas it's been charted. So we have this nice kind of warm brown color. And our other AB is 5200, which is a white AB. That's got to be the sparkles in the background. It just has to be. If it's not, I will be shocked. And then we have a glimmer diamond. Glimmer diamonds, I don't know if that's what Diamood calls these. Different companies give these different names. But glimmer diamonds have more of a pearlescent sheen. It's more subtle than ABs if you look at them side by side. It still is going to stand out more than your regular diamonds do, but it's going to give it more of a subtle shimmer effect as opposed to a really in-your-face sparkle. This is actually my favorite kind of special drill that is on the market, though. I like how it's subtle. I like that extra little shimmery look, and yeah. So anyway, as far as where those special drills are going to be found, there's generally just not a ton of special drills in this kit. You saw those were pretty small bags. But yeah, the white sparkles in the background, like the magic motes, they look like little stars as well. All those white bits, that is going to be our white AB. It's not like the white color, it's not the color on the top of the dragon's wings. It's just in the background, it looks like stars or little magic motes. And then we have kind of our warm brown color. Let me see if I can find that one. It's a, let me see, it's a little triangle. I see it. That's an AB as well. I'm seeing it up here. Like I see it in some of these areas. It's that warm brown AB color. That little triangle right there. I'm checking to see if it's anywhere else. Oh, there's like one under the dragon's chin. I don't know if there's any in the dog, but I'm just taking a quick look to see. It might just be those sparkles up at the top. Yeah, I think so. And then we have our, that really pretty pale yellow glimmer drill. It's this light yellow. Ooh. It's this light yellow and the dog's feathers, like the little feathers in the front. Golden retrievers have feathers. I assume this is a golden retriever because it just looks so much like one. So it's this light yellow color in here. There's a lot of it in here. This like little yellow line right here is the yellow glimmer diamond. And I thought it might be in like the dragon's wings, but I don't actually see it there. I just thought I would check real quick. No, none of it in the dragon. I kind of want to add a little bit extra sparkle to the dragon though. It feels like that is, you know, one of those focal points of the piece that should get a little bit of extra glitz to it. I don't typically add a lot of enhancement diamonds to my paintings, but something like that I don't think would be too overwhelming for me. I just find really close like DMC codes in special drill form and see if I could do some swaps that might work well with those colors. But there's a couple of nice little small shops out there where you can get specialty diamonds, DP with sparklers, diamond painting drills, Diamond Drills USA, and there's others too, like you know, Shimmering Canvases has some. I think Pure Bliss Wax. There's lots of different companies that have them on the market. But I think that might be something I look into just to give it a little bit extra sparkle. But I still do like the special drills that they have charted for you. A piece like this where it has this big like dark background, it makes sense that it's not going to be totally chock full of special drills. Like I don't think there should necessarily be special drills like in this, you know, dark blue background color. But this is the kind of piece that when you have a big dark background like this, any special drills that you do add that are going to be right next to that dark color, like the white sparkles, that white AB is going to pop. It's going to look really, really, really good. And so that's why I'm like, ooh, maybe the opportunity to like add just a little bit more might be nice. So anyway, friends, this again was called The Dog and the Dragon by ShayndlArt and is so stinking cute. I love the tiny little dragon, and now I feel like I just need to go find out what the lore behind this artwork is. So I may be doing some reading soon. We'll see. But I don't think you have to necessarily even know what the story behind this is to enjoy the artwork. I certainly didn't when I picked out this piece, so I just am going to enjoy it and love it either way. Please do stay tuned. I am planning to work on a kit from Diamood very soon. It might be this one. It might be one of the new releases they have coming out soon. I'm going to kind of wait probably till I have that one in hand to see what I think, you know, which one is really speaking to me the most. So do stay tuned. I really, really do try, especially with new to me small shops, to actually complete canvases so I can give you more of a thorough review where you can hear about what the experience of working on one of these kits is like, as opposed to just seeing an unboxing, which is, you know, hopefully helpful, but isn't, I know, the same as seeing drills down, hearing about what it was like to work on a kit, that sort of thing. So I definitely am planning to do that in the very near future. That said, subscribe if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on those videos, along with just my other diamond painting videos. I do a variety of unboxings here on my channel, along with reviews of completed kits, weekly whip and chats, diamond painting tutorials, and other just diamond painting stuff, and I'd love to have you here. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Don't forget that I have that 15% off code if you would like to save a little bit on your first purchase from Diamood, and happy shopping. Also let me know if you've tried out this shop before, if they're on your list to maybe check out in the near future. So I'm gonna let you go for real this time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was fun and helpful and that you are doing well and taking care. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.